Have you ever heard of toxic workplaces? How far away do you think it is? Let's talk about it. A toxic workplace is an environment where negative behaviors, such as excessive pressure, unfair treatment, lack of recognition, and poor communication, are prevalent. These conditions often arise due to poor management, high demands for productivity, and a culture that prioritizes profit over employee well-being. In such environments, employees experience chronic stress, burnout, and mental health issues. The constant pressure to meet unrealistic expectations and the lack of support can lead to decreased job satisfaction, reduced productivity, and high turnover rates. Ultimately, toxic workplaces harm both employees and the overall success of the organization. For individual employees, this kind of mental harm can be very serious. Let's see how bad the impact of a toxic workplace could be through 2 conversations. Conversation 1. Hey Sarah, I heard you're leaving your job. I'm so surprised. You're at one of the top tech companies. Why would you want to leave? I know, Lisa. The company has a great reputation, but I'm really unhappy there. The environment is just too toxic for me. Toxic? Really? What's going on? It's the people and the way things work. Everyone on my team constantly flatters our boss. It's all about who can praise him the most, and it's so fake. They just want to stay on his good side. That sounds awful. But can't you just ignore it and focus on your work? I wish I could. But if you don't play along, the boss starts to have issues with you. He nitpicks your work, criticizes your attitude, and dumps extra tasks on you. It's like punishment for not joining in the flattery. Ugh, that sounds miserable. What happened? Just last week, we had a meeting and everyone was gushing over this really mediocre idea he had. I stayed quiet because I didn't want to lie. After the meeting, he called me into his office and asked why I wasn't being a team player. Then he gave me a huge project with an impossible deadline. It felt like a punishment. That's so unfair. It must be so stressful. It is. And it's not just that. One of my colleagues, who's always sucking up to him, gets all the easy assignments and praise, even though her work is subpar. Meanwhile, I'm busting my butt and getting nothing but criticism. That's ridiculous. No wonder you're leaving. It's hard to do good work in that kind of environment. Exactly. I feel so out of place there. It's not just about doing my job well. It's about playing these manipulative games. And I just can't do it. It's disappointing to hear that even top companies can be so toxic. They should care more about creating a healthy work environment. Yeah, and it's not just this company. Toxic workplaces are unfortunately common. The constant stress and pressure to conform can really take a toll on your mental health. You definitely made the right decision. No job is worth your well-being. I'm proud of you for standing up for yourself. Thanks, Lisa. It wasn't an easy choice, but I know it's the best one for me. I need to find a place where I can thrive and be myself without all this negativity. Absolutely. I hope your next job has a much healthier environment. You deserve to be happy and appreciated for your actual work. Thanks for understanding. I feel so much better having talked to you about it. Conversation 2. Hey Jess, can I talk to you about something that's been really bothering me? Of course, Emily. What's going on? It's my job. I don't know if I can keep doing this. The workload is just insane. What do you mean? I thought you were excited about gaining experience at your new job. I was, but the reality is way different. Because of the bad economy, the company is cutting costs by giving each of us 3 to 5 times the normal workload. They keep emphasizing deadlines. And it feels like they expect us to do the work of an entire team. That sounds exhausting. How are you holding up? Not well. I'm constantly stressed and barely sleeping. The pressure is so intense. They even hired a bunch of new graduates like me, probably because we're cheaper. But it's impossible to keep up with everything. Last week, I was so out of it that I almost got into a car accident. Oh my gosh, Emily! That's serious. You can't keep going like this. It's not worth risking your health and safety. I know, but I feel so torn. I want to gain experience and prove myself. But this workload is just too much. I feel like I'm constantly on the edge. It sounds like a toxic environment. A job shouldn't make you feel this way. Have you talked to your manager about it? I tried, but they just keep saying it's a tough time for the company and that we all need to pull our weight. They don't seem to care about how this is affecting us. That's so unfair. You deserve a job where you're valued and not just overworked. Have you thought about looking for something else? I have, but I'm worried about the job market right now. I don't want to jump from one bad situation into another. But I also don't know how much longer I can take this. It's a tough call, but your health and well-being come first. Maybe you could start looking while you're still employed, just to see what options are out there. You shouldn't have to sacrifice your mental health for a job. You're right, I need to do something. This isn't sustainable. Thanks for listening, Jess. It helps to talk it out. Anytime, Emily. Just remember, no job is worth your health. Take care of yourself first. Yes, take care of yourself first. Hope you enjoyed today's topic. Bye for now.